The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Hello Renegades, I'm Gio General Lau, video creator and camera operator for BC Athletics. It's time to recap the week in sports in this episode of the Renegade Recap. BC women's tennis had their penultimate matchup against LA Mission College on Monday, March 24, where the BC women's tennis team would dominate again, winning 9 matches to 0. BC Baseball traveled to complete their West LA series on Monday after their last game was canceled due to the rain. It was a thriller as BC would come back to tie the game 10-10 in the top of the 9th, which forced extra innings. In the 11th inning, BC would score 2 runs, but in the bottom of the 11th, West LA would come back scoring 3. BC would lose 13-12. BC softball traveled to Cuesta for a doubleheader on Tuesday, March 25. BC would fall in both games 4-3 in Game 1 and 3-1 in Game 2. BC Baseball started a 3-game series with College of the Canyons. On Tuesday, BC first baseman Liam O'Reilly would hit a 3-run home run in the first inning, and the momentum of BC would not stop as the Renegades would win 9-4. BC men's tennis traveled to face Glendale on Tuesday. Unfortunately, they would see defeat 9 matches to 0, whereas the BC women's tennis team faced Glendale at home for their final matchup of the regular season. In another dominating performance, BC would get the win 9 matches to 0. In a historic first for the BC women's tennis team, they would have an undefeated season of 16-0 going into the postseason. In turn, they are crowned Western State Conference champions for 2025.
It's a hot day today. Conference champs, yeah! All right, let's go, Gates!
Congratulations to head coach Mark Gomez and the entire women's tennis team. BC Women's Wrestling traveled to Santa Ana College for a tri-duel with Santa Ana and Moore Park College on Wednesday, March 26. Our wrestlers that competed in the duel, Celia Esquivel, Leslie DeAnda, Alina Hernandez, and Shanaria Killebrew, would win all their official and exhibition matches. BC Baseball traveled to Santa Clarita on Thursday, March 27 for their second game of the series against College of the Canyons. BC continued their winning run, defeating Canyons 8-6. Back at home on Thursday, BC Softball played against College of the Canyons, although they would fall 5-2. On Thursday night, the Raising Champions dinner was held at Luigi's Restaurant to help fundraise support for the BC tennis teams. The night's festivities featured tennis coach, musician, and author Wayne Bryan. Wayne is the father of the multi-Grand Slam men's doubles champions, the Bryan brothers, Bob and Mike. A special thanks to BMW of Bakersfield, the Bakersfield Eye Institute, Kern Community Tennis Association, and all of our great supporting sponsors. On Friday, March 28, BC Swimming hosted the 3rd Western State Conference swim meet. In the overall results, the BC women's team finished second and the men's team finished first. Also on Friday, BC Beach Volleyball traveled to Ventura for matches against Santa Barbara, where they would fall 5 matches to 0, and their other match was against Moore Park, where they would lose 4 matches to 1. It was a big day at the Dean and Ada Gay Sports Complex on Saturday, March 29th, with baseball at the Jerry Collins Field and softball at the softball field. The day started with a pregame show where we talked with current and former BC baseball and softball personalities, including the legendary George Culver. You can view the replay of the pregame show on the BC Athletics YouTube channel. The first game of that Saturday was BC Baseball playing their final game of the series against College of the Canyons. It was a thriller as BC was down 6-3 going into the 8th inning, until a 3-run home run by third baseman Dodgy Salcedo would help the Renegades tie up the game 6-6 into the 9th inning. Then, at the bottom of the 9th, with Isaac Torres on third, Luke Mann would fly out to left field, giving Isaac time to tag and score in this walk-off sac fly, winning over Canyons 7-6. To end this big Saturday of sports, BC softball played a doubleheader against the 4th-ranked team, El Camino College. In Game 1, BC fell early to El Camino in the first inning. BC tried to fight back, but it wasn't enough as they would lose 4-0. BC would battle back in Game 2 as Serenity and Gulo would hit an RBI to bring in Sadie Salas to score in the first inning. The lone run would be enough as BC would hold off this tough El Camino team to win 1-0. BC Women's Wrestling traveled to Mount San Antonio College for the Mount Sac Open on Saturday. Celia Esquivel won in the 103-pound class. Leslie DeAnda placed 3rd in the 110-pound class, and Shanaria Kilbrew placed 4th in the 180-pound class. Congratulations to all of our wrestlers. Now, let's look at the schedule of BC Athletic home events this week. BC Baseball plays their second game of a 3-game series against LA Mission College on Thursday, April 3. Game starts at 2 p.m. BC Beach Volleyball will be matching up against conference rivals Ventura College and Cuesta College on Friday, April 4. This beach volleyball event will be held on Barnes Beach on the campus of California State University, Bakersfield. Matches start at 10 a.m. BC Softball will be playing back at home on Friday against Pasadena City College. Game starts at 2 p.m. BC Swimming will host another meet on Saturday, April 5, with Allen Hancock College, Cuesta College, and Fresno City College. Start time to be announced. Please look to GoGates.com for start time information. And for more information and news across all of BC Athletics, visit GoGates.com. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram accounts at the handle GoGatesGo and check out our variety of BC Athletics videos on the BC Athletics YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to support our channel. That concludes this episode of the Renegade Recap. I'm Geo General Lau. Until next time.